Here we are. Guess this is queuing in now. I'm just trying to get set up here. It's actually my first time going live with this setup. I'm on StreamYard on my DSLR camera right here, right? And then I'm gonna simultaneously broadcast on YouTube, not YouTube, on Instagram, but I can't do that on StreamYard. So let's see how this goes. Add to your story. Live. Hit that live now. Bam. So I'm live here as well, except I'm not going to be looking at this Instagram too well. Detox, what's up, man? Welcome. I see your comment coming from YouTube. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Give about another minute for people to queue in. This is something that I'm testing out for a way of trying to connect a little more in a non-produced way. Hello, people in the Instagram world. What's up, guys? What up, what up? Alrighty. I'm just going to wait another 15 seconds before we get started. Hope everybody's having a good evening. My attention is going to be, for the most part, on my key camera, which is broadcasting on YouTube and Facebook. And I'll kind of glance over to Instagram to kind of address any questions that might be popping up or any comments. My audience on YouTube is a lot larger. We have about 16,000 subscribers now on YouTube. A mix of people who are interested in real estate or interested in the healthcare staffing business or home healthcare business that I have, or they're really interested in investing in Italy, which is something that's kind of newer to my channel. Did really well. There's these dollar projects that are selling in Italy, and I went over there to buy some property for just €1. Came back with two. I've been documented that journey. So a lot of people took interest in that. So now that I've kind of waited around for people to come in, am I able to adjust my mic? I don't think so. Let me see what I could do about the mic. How am I coming in? Am I coming in low, or what are you experiencing with my mic that needs adjustment? Testing, testing. It shows that it's reading like loudly, but I'm not sure what else I could do. Yeah, it's just showing that I'm reading all right. If you could just let me know what you're experiencing, that might help me out a bit. Or maybe I could get closer to or project a little bit. I don't know if that's going to help at all. On Instagram, to hear me well, it sounds like static. Huh. I wonder if it sounds like static because of my camera. Let me see what I could do here. Sounds very static filled. Wow, that sucks. Let me see. And it still sounds that way? Bad static. Huh, how do I fix that? Sorry, this is the first time I'm trying this setup. So let's see if I have a different. Let me Testing, testing. Am I still coming in with the static, or am I not? Yeah, on Instagram, I have two setups. On Instagram, I'm coming in clear directly off of my unit, off of my cell phone. But it seems like as I'm talking through my computer, it's off. Yeah, the static is still there. Let me try one more thing. I'm going to try my other microphone here and see if I plug this in directly. Don't use the onboard if that's going to help. I just need you guys to bear with me. This is the first of many trials. Test, test, test. How is that? Is that microphone better? Picking me up clear, or is it still coming in with the static? Let me know if you still hear a bunch of static, or if my microphone is picking up at all. I see that I'm registering on my receiver. But let me see if I'm registering on my other setup here. Canon mic, audio. Is that reading? Or am I good now? There's a little bit of a delay in comments between the time that it hits and the time that it doesn't. But let me know if that static is still coming in. Yeah, I know on Instagram you guys got me clearly. On YouTube, not so much. 10 minutes of testing audio. Sorry, I'm sorry to punish you guys like this, but this is exactly how you live and learn. So I'm learning. Well, I see that my audio is still picking up on YouTube until I hear exactly whether or not it's coming in as pure static or not. I'll figure that out. I kind of have a feeling it might just be how the audio is coming in from my HDMI connection, and I'm not really sure. You know, I can't hear myself, so it's hard to get a sense of what's going on. It could be that I'm getting audio in from the camera as well as audio in from the onboard mic, but I really don't know. If anybody can let me know, good. Okay. Anyway, I'm just gonna keep going, and I'll see what happens on YouTube. And when I rewatch this, I'll be able to kind of figure out what's happening. So this is my first installment of the dirty work on YouTube, and also an installment that I've been going, or I've had going now on Instagram for almost 2 months. Now I decided to do this project called the dirty work, where we focus on everything that goes on in an entrepreneur's life, like behind the scenes, not just the celebrations of all the success, but really the day-to-day. So it gives people who are pursuing entrepreneurship an idea of the real work that goes in, the ups and downs, etc. Those of you who are on YouTube, please, check in with me. Let me know if there's that static still going on. And that's what this is all about. So right now I'm doing a 30-day experiment with doing the daily work on YouTube. From what I've done on Instagram so far, it's had pretty good results. People engage with the content, people listen. Sometimes I'll get comments about, the advice that I'm giving or what I'm doing. But I haven't done anything quite like that on YouTube. Um, and that's what I kind of wanted to try to bring to the table. So one thing that I'm going to try to do is actually have my cameras kind of parallel to each other, so I'm kind of looking at the same place and broadcasting in the same way. I use StreamYard to broadcast, and with StreamYard, there just isn't a way of broadcasting to Instagram. So what we're going to try to do is figure out this audio issue and then also get my camera synced up. But that's what this is all about. And it's going to allow me to kind of update people with what's happening in real time. I usually put out a video once a week, and it's more of a produced video. And we spend a lot of time capturing, everything that we can and telling the proper story, making it entertaining for YouTube. But then there's these, I guess, clear talking points that are missing. And especially in doing it in real time, I'm able to address questions. Like sometimes I take it for granted that I'm just sharing information, and I think that information registers. But for someone who's hearing it for the first time, it may not be, as quick to. It may not be as easy to digest certain terms, etc. So it's good to have the ability to get interrupted or to have questions asked at the very end. Now, what I usually cover on my social media is everything that I do. Just to kind of run you down what I do, I own and operate a home health care agency and staffing agency. I am a real estate investor. I now have a little over $16 million in real estate assets under control, ownership, and management, like a mix of that. I have Airbnb rentals, and I trade stocks regularly. And I have my other sources of income like consulting and this social media platform I get paid from YouTube. So I kind of go into all those things that I'm doing, and I also highlight my interests, right? So what am I interested in? I'm a pilot, private pilot. So I like to fly and I like to travel. So I'll try to feature that on the channel as well. I also really love food and love cooking. I don't think that I had another channel called Cook It Up on YouTube showing you how I prepare certain dishes. But I haven't quite focused on food on ENTP Live. That might be something that happens on the line, but that's not really the energy of my channel at this point. And I'm going to see what I could do about this audio because I feel so bad for what's happening on YouTube. Let me see if I can switch this. UD capture audio. Just Realtek audio and see how I could source this and figure it out. And once again, I'm sorry they're on YouTube. But that's pretty much what this is all about. Now, what is the typical structure of the dirty work? The typical structure is that I start with the tip of the day, and it's really like a reflection point of what people should be thinking and how they should be feeling when they're kind of pursuing whatever it is that they're pursuing. Obviously, different entrepreneurs are pursuing different industries and that sort of thing. So I try to make the tip of the day as universal as possible. It sets the tone for the video, and then I kind of go into either an explanation of a particular project that I'm working on, or a breakdown of what I had planned for the day or what I've done for the day. So my tip of the day early in the morning, because I usually do them in the morning, was that you should be active and activate whatever it is that you want in your life, right? A lot of us are home and we kind of are thinking of how can we advance our business? How can I improve my body? How can I, find love, wherever the case may be? And all of those things are possible if you take action towards doing that thing, right? It's really important that you take actions towards anything that you want to bring into your life, because if you don't start taking those actions and don't start activating people around you or things around you, nothing's going to happen, right? Nothing in equals nothing out. That's just the law of life, physics, of everything. So that was the tip of the day. But for today, we just opened, like, this is my new venture, 8book, but we just opened our New York office this week and had our first orientation for our New York operation. So that was exciting times. One of our director of nursing from Florida came up to participate in that. New hires in the company. Really fun to kind of go through a test run of exactly how we're going to onboard and utilize our tools to get things done. And I also had a conversation with my underwriters for a new project that I'm doing in Slotsburg, New York, which reminds me I have to wire my deposits. So I'll probably set that up tonight after this. And that was my underwriting call with my hard money lenders. I currently have about $3 million in debt with them. Yeah, I have a new home care agency. So I have one in New York that's Avalanche Care. I launched a new one that's 8book, which is a tech-enabled home healthcare service. And then I have another branch of 8book in Florida. So I created a new entity that is going to be venture-backed and meant for hypergrowth. The other business is family business, lifestyle sort of business. Not really in the camp of hyperscaling that operation. It's just not the setup for that. Are you doing CDPAP? I'm trying to stay away from the CDPAP program. For those of you who don't know, the CDPAP program is a Medicaid program in New York that's and in other cities as well. That's a consumer-directed personal assistant program. Essentially, the patient can pick their caregiver. It doesn't have to be a home health aide or a nurse aide, and that could be a family member who takes care of them with their chronic disease. That program is under extreme pressure because it's full of fraud and it's costing the state a lot of money. And they're trying to consolidate to a few financial intermediaries and shake that out. I never liked the CDPAP business because I always saw it as a hotbed for fraud. So we've always stayed away from that. We have less than 10% of our patient population are CDPAP. So I hope that answers that question. What's going on, Aida? And I wish somebody from YouTube would comment on whether or not the static is still live or not. And then I don't know how I'm going to test this. I guess I'm testing it now, so maybe for the next few days the dirty work will be pretty dirty and sound, but that's what it's going to have to be. What else is there on the agenda? Now, another thing that the way I'm going to format this is that I'm going to do 15 minutes of my typical format, which is typical day kind of reflection of activities and that sort of thing. And then the final 15 minutes, I'll kind of leave it as Q&A. And if I leave it as Q&A, then, it gives me that moment to engage. So, yes, the static is live. Okay, I'm going to try one more thing, guys, and tell me if this solves it. I'm going to drop this connection. And then I'm going to switch my camera. And the video is going to get awful. But tell me if that static is still coming off the same way. Now that I've canceled the other camera, even with the camera switched, Michelle, GB, Robinson. Memory lane, am I looking for HHA talent? Always. Static is still there, really. This is crazy. You know what? I'm gonna, GB, just if you can, that the static is still there. if you can, let me know. Just put a comment like the static is still there, even though the camera has changed. Just so I'm clear, because there's a little bit of a delay. But if the static is there, it might be something with my computer, or just even this feed itself. Yeah. So if you can, memory lane, are you an HHA, or are you looking to recruit HHAs? I'm not quite clear on your talent question. Yeah, no static on the Instagram. Static is still there. Well, so what I'm going to do for YouTube, guys, I'm going to spare you the misery. I'm going to end this broadcast, and then I'm going to try to requeue it and see if that changes, because I need to figure out exactly what's creating that static. Sorry, guys.